Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Magic bets in the cut, got the game on lock. Flipping dimes, calling shots, every move non-stop. Silver fan, probably say playing odds like dice. In the trap, out betting lines, making racks feel nice. Pushing the line, we don't fold, don't shy. Cashing tickets, counting beam to the sky. On the podcast, we ball, roll the spread. Money talk, never walk, bets ahead. Parlay slayer stacking chips like he's bricks. Magic's calling plays, mixing schemes so slick. Numbers on the board, all these digits don't lie. In this trap house, sports bets, we fly. Pushing the line, we don't fold, don't shy. Cashing tickets, counting green to the sky. On the podcast, we ball, roll the spread. Money talk, never walk, bets ahead. Got your bang world rising like that early morning sun. From parlays to straight plays, we stun. Twisting stats, breaking news, all for the game. In this world of ours, we reign. Line moving swift like the wave in the night. Heavy hitters in the game, got the insight. Magic with the tips, still on fire with a hit. Potty tan worldwide, see us never miss.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Pushing the Line Sports. It's me, Magic Bets, and that guy over there, that is 615 Parlay Slayer,
It is indeed. Back, live and ready to roll.
aka Mike. What's up, man? What's going on?
Ain't nothing going on, man. I'm finna test your acumen for a minute. What happened 26 years ago today that would make you very happy as a football fan? It can be college, it can be NFL, it can be anything.
Was it 26 years ago that the did you see the miracle?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I don't know what it could
26
be.
years ago on this date, Mr. Hack Pillow, the Tennessee Titans went into Jacksonville and beat Jacksonville in the AFC Championship game to punch their first ticket to their first Super Bowl.
Okay. I mean, I was along the right path, just wrong game.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's back when we had Eddie George, Jacksonville had Fred Taylor. Well,
he went
those were
crazy in
those
game
were
too.
some good games back then.
It was another thing. Do you know what January 23rd is? First of
23rd.
all, we didn't get to do a show yesterday. I had a good one for yesterday because Kobe scored 81 yesterday. That's why I got my Kobe hoodie on. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I got my Kobe hoodie on. Today is National Pie Day.
Mm. I wouldn't mind having a good slice of good old homemade apple pie right now.
Is that your favorite pie?
Is cheesecake considered a pie or cake?
What is the last four letters in cheesecake?
But it's more like a pie. I mean, honestly, um, I got a few
This
favorites.
man,
I got a few
peach or
favorites.
blackberry pie? I ain't never had a peach pie. Eh?
Um,
That might be all right.
okay, go to Kroger. They private select brand. They make a peach pie. Man, you
Well,
buy it every time. I'm telling you.
you should bring me one over here when you drop that turkey off. It's probably got mold on
You know what?
it.
When this snow
Yeah,
hit,
I do know.
when this snow hit tomorrow, and I can go out, and there ain't nobody at the store. The
Ooh,
store's open. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna grab one.
chocolate pecan pie. Yeah, that might be a
Hey,
winner.
that one does hit chocolate pecan pie. I even like sweet potato and pumpkin pie.
No, I'm not eating no pumpkin pie. I don't like nothing pumpkin. Pumpkin spice. I don't like none of it. I don't like none of it. I know we look. Let me tell y'all what kind of day I had, man. I had a bad day today, so I'm helping my supervisor on this bread wrap, trying to get all this bread out. People are in panic mode. They are in hysteria right now. They bumping into my trays and they getting bread and they throwing bread everywhere. And e- eventually, he is not looking at the notes. But eventually, I just got sick of it, man. I came home to do this podcast, so I'm ready to raise some hell today. You need to look at the messages.
I'm looking at them because I seen what Shy said about the lemon meringue pie. That's the reason I was looking kind of funny. And
Have
yeah, I
you
miss
seen
white
it?
girls. I love pumpkin pie and white girls too. But I
Look
also
at the
like
messages. About two. Look at the newest messages.
certain people are
Go up one.
shepherds.
You don't see the one between Shepherd's Pie and certain people.
Lemon meringue.
Nah, man.
You got. I said I responded to that. Said you got to miss white girls. Yeah, I love white girls. I love
Boy,
black
he
girls too.
loved it.
I
That
do.
man lay between more mayonnaise than ham after the day after Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Come on, man. Start the show for
Hey
they
man,
time.
I'm an international man of mystery. I like all the flavors. All the
The
flavors.
one you don't like.
No, no, I do. It's just that I gotta take caution with them now because the last one tried to kill me.
Mm, mm, mm.
But anyway, we're here to talk about sports. And before we get into this week's divisional playoff games, there have been a couple of coaching hires over the past couple of days since our last show. Um, First one we're going to talk about is Jesse Minter, who was hired by the Ravens.
How you feel about that?
How do I feel about it? Um, I like it. I had,
For the
I had,
Ravens?
yeah, I had to think about it for a little bit, but offense was not their problem this year. It was defense. All of their good teams have been strong defense, shutting people down, and then letting the offense do what they do. This year wasn't like that. They had too many lapses and gave up too many plays on defense, and they've got the defensive players to have a really good defense.
You know what? You're not wrong, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate anyway.
You like to play devil's advocate.
I do. It make it for good ratings. I'm gonna say the offense was a huge part of the problem. Obviously, Lamar got hurt. We got that. A lot of times, for whatever reason, Derrick Henry got disconnected from the offense. Um, as a Ravens fan, because I like Lamar. If I'm not rooting for the Eagles, I root for the Ravens. But do you really feel like I'm asking you? Put your GM hat on for a second. Do you feel like Zay Flowers is a legit number one, or could he be like Devontae Smith and T. Higgins and be an even more dangerous number two? Because
Even
I
more
feel
dangerous
like,
number two.
yeah, I feel like they need another wide receiver along with Zay Flowers. Now, Isaiah Likely, he's a free agent. I don't know how that's gonna work because they just paid Mark Andrews. Is he gonna go? Um, so yeah, I feel like if I was gonna go defense, I would have took somebody in that can change the narrative and change the atmosphere. I would have leaned towards Brian Flores, me personally. If I couldn't get something like that, then I would have went for Mike McDaniel or Cliff Kingsbury. But you never know with these hires. That's the whole thing. Like we would have never known Lynn Coleman, Ben Johnson, as much as we liked them, and Dave Canales as well. That they would have did this good, this fast. So
Okay, so
I
that,
get it.
that that last little phrase right there, just remember what you said. You didn't know that they were going to be this good. When we get later on, there's something I want to bring up pertaining to that. So
Okay. Another point to that too is they went into jobs where the expectations wasn't that high. Uh, you go into this Baltimore Ravens job, as far as I know, Mentor, he's never been a head coach unless I'm mistaken somewhere.
He
Unless it
has
was
not.
college. Okay.
He has.
You going into expectations and the same with whoever Buffalo hire. It's you got to get us to the next level, which is Super Bowl. You come in with the pressure on you. And then another thing, and I'm gonna throw it over to you. Did Lamar have anything to do with this hire?
I think Lamar set in, but I don't think Lamar had anything to do with the hire. I think they want to fix their defense. All of their great teams over the past few years, the defense was top notch.
Hmm.
So I think they want to fix their defense. They've got the pieces on defense, and they invested heavily in the secondary in the draft over the past couple of years. They need to get it together.
That's true. That's true. They got to fix it all.
So
Um,
I can tell you a few things about Jesse Minter because a lot of people don't know a lot of these coordinators unless they follow the teams in particular they coach for. Jesse Minter, he is a defensive minded head coach with a modern, adaptable scheme. Um, he's built his reputation as one of the sharpest defensive coordinators in football, and he's got the respect of other coaches in the league. As a defensive coordinator, that's important in itself. Um, he's known for disguising his defenses and game specific game planning. So his schemes are going to change up from game to game depending on who he's playing.
that's a good question, Abe. Uh, yeah, what you said is true. You know what? I'm gonna let Abe. I'm gonna let excuse me, Abe. I'm gonna let Hack answer that.
What's that? Do
The
you think it
question
will?
Abe just asked: do you think it would be a bit easier since the offense is already established, almost like when Barry Switzer took over for Jimmy Johnson?
I do. I do. You let this head coach pick his defense coordinator and they fix this defense. You hire an offensive coordinator that's going to work well with Lamar. As a matter of fact, don't even get a head coach much say in it. Lamar, who do you want as your offensive coordinator? If you gonna stick with Lamar over the next 4 to 5 years, let him have some say in it because he's gonna have to work with that man day in and day out.
I'm gonna piggyback off what Shy just said. He said that his first sentence is what I'm gonna piggyback off of. He said Lamar feels like well he probably meant to say I feel like Lamar has one foot out the door. When you start to hear rumors, whether they're true or not, about Lamar Jackson getting traded to the Raiders for the number one pick and certain little things like that, may not happen, but it is some kind of truth to it. Lamar Jackson about to be 30 years old. He ain't gonna be running around crazy like he did forever. Eventually, that's gonna slow down. And after the injuries that he had this year, it's probably gonna slow down this year. It's just me throwing it out there for fantasy. Although I love Lamar Jackson, he's one of my favorite NFL players ever. He puts me in the mind of when I first seen Randall Cunningham, and that's what made me an Eagles fan. He was doing stuff nobody else was doing. So
He
he's
just ain't
just
as tall or lanky.
yeah, and he puts me in the mind of Randall Cunningham. If you watching him and your VCR is on fast forward, that's Lamar Jackson. I think the Ravens got a lot of closed door problems. I think that he can fix them. I think he can fix a good portion of it. I also think with Todd Monken gone, you got to get an offensive mind in here that can get you back to Ravens football. Meaning you got to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry. We already done hinted on this. Derrick Henry, you got to stop fumbling the damn ball too. That's got to stop. You also got to go in there. As much as I don't want AJ Brown to leave the Eagles, it looks like it may happen. The time may have come, and that's perfectly fine. If you can get a big receiver, AJ Brown or somebody like that to complement Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews and Derrick Henry, that would help Lamar.
So, quick question. We already established that the defense was the big problem this year. What was the weakest thing about the defense this year?
All of it. Injuries. They didn't have a pass rush. Matabuike, I think that's the one that hurt his neck, if I ain't mistaken. He was out for the season. Roquan missed some time. They secondary was giving up too many big plays. Cal
Big plays.
Hamilton.
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, okay. Go
So
ahead.
so with that, where was I? He prioritizes in not giving up the big play. They're not going to have as heavy of a rush as if they if he runs his schemes, they're not going to have as heavy of a rush as they have in previous years. But they are going to have multiple fronts. They're going to rotate safeties. They're going to disguise a lot of stuff, and they're going to focus on not giving up the big plays.
Yep. Hey, that's true. I ain't gonna call Derrick Henry fumbling, but I will say he
He
fumbled.
was this year.
He fumbled in some times that if he didn't fumble, Baltimore may have been in the playoffs this year.
You know what? Derrick Henry did exactly what we thought Javante Williams was going to do.
He did. He really did. So I mean, the jury's out. I like Mentor. You hit the nail on the head with that. The one thing that the hardball and the Mentor defense did in San Diego, bend but don't break, but they did not allow you to get the big plays on
They consistently produced top tier defenses. They were leading the red zone with red zone defense.
them.
His game plans adjusted weekly. It wasn't a system only defense. So, it was excellent against quarterbacks who like to run.
Yep.
So that's gonna help. He's detail driven. Veterans like him, which he's inheriting a veteran team. So as long as he can go in there and grab the attention of that locker room, I think he'll be fine. They need to give him a good offensive coordinator, maybe one that's had head coaching experience, say like a Cliff Kingsbury, someone like that.
Yeah. Now, does this give the Bengals a small window to dominate the North? No, because they have a historically bad defense. Or will the Ravens still give them a run for their money? The Ravens are still a championship contender. They just lost their coach. They just need an attitude adjustment.
The
Until Cincinnati fixes that defense, they just gonna score a lot of points. Unless they go on the run, like when they, I ain't saying this to make light of it. When Titans was the number one seed, they came in, beat Tennessee, and they went on that magical run, and their defense stepped up. Now, what I will say, heck, as bad as their defense was those last little 2 or 3 weeks of the season, once they got eliminated, I don't know if it caused their defense to play a little better. I don't know, but they look respectable, for lack of a better word.
They did. And back to that Bengals question. The Bengals have too much money tied up in the two wide receivers to even pay anybody on defense now.
Yes, and Hendrickson is about to be gone.
Yep.
Hendrickson is about to be gone.
So since people hiring coaches this week, I'm happy to say that the Titans are done with their coaching search as far as the head coach goes.
You know what, man? Me and you had this conversation. We wasn't on camera. Me and you was talking. And me and you both like this hire. Why don't the masses like this hire?
First of all, I'm gonna start with I was in a lot of the Tennessee Titans fan groups and just reading what some of the Tennessee Titans fans talk about over the years made me hate being in those groups because I'm gonna say we have one of the dumbest fan bases out there. We have a lot of people who have no idea about football itself, but they want to be the fan of a team and be a GM. Sit down, this ain't Madden. They should, yeah, they should have traded Higgins. Yeah, I agree with that. Um, so here's the thing: when Vrabel got fired, a majority of our fan base was like, "Yeah, he needed to be fired." But now that same fan base is like, "Oh, look what Mike Vrabel's doing in New England, motherfucker! You wanted him out of here a couple of years ago, but now you happy? It don't make
Man,
sense."
you lost AJ Brown. You ran him out of town. Whatever the
I,
contract stipulation was.
I can understand losing AJ Brown for the simple fact we didn't have the money right then to pay him, and that came from bad money management, salary cap management from John Robinson, who put us in that bad situation to not be able to pay him.
He would have took less.
He would have. He probably would have.
That's why Vrabel was upset.
Hey,
That's why a lot of people, uh, including Shy, think AJ Brown is going to go. If he gets traded, he would go to the Patriots because of Mike Vrabel. Mike
it,
Vrabel knew the way he walked out of their meeting room. He knew when they traded AJ Brown, it was over. He knew, and I think that day he mentally resigned. I don't know if he finished. Did he finish that season after AJ Brown and then they fired him?
yeah.
Yeah, I think he knew. You
Well, he
just
got he got let go halfway through that next season.
okay, okay. I got you. Mike Vrabel is a hell of a coach. I give Titans slack just because it's fun, but you can't listen to a fan base. And one of the things that you tell me a lot of times, and I'm starting to see it more and more listening to you, ownership can fuck up a good team.
They can, and I honestly think that Amy's starting to realize that herself, and she's starting to take a step back because she restructured the front office. She's got Chad Brinker a little more hands off than he's been in the past couple of years because I think he's been a big part of fucking stuff up too. And
Hmm.
they're letting Mike Morganzi do his job.
I'm gonna let you handle this question, Hack. What does Robert Saleh give the Titans now? Let me answer it first, and then I'm gonna get to you. What does Robert Saleh give the Titans now that Mike Vrabel couldn't before? I think Mike Vrabel gave everything to the Titans. I think he gave everything that he could possibly give. The one thing that may have held the Titans back, and I don't know if you agree with me or not, it may have been Ryan Tannehill in that moment with the defense and the offense that y'all had. Robert Saleh, this is how I look at offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. I feel like offensive coordinators come in and they change the play of the team. I feel like defensive coordinators come in and change the attitude of the team. I feel like a lot of defensive coordinators come in and the whole energy, the whole attitude of the team change. Defensive coordinators, they seem to get a little bit more animated. They high five you. It's like they more a part of the team. Whereas when Ben Johnson and Lynn Coleman and people like that, they become more animated after the game is over with because you got to be a little throwed off to be an offensive coordinator, especially a good one. You got to be a little crazy about football to draw up all these plays and form the work, and you probably into the moment. But as soon as they get in the locker room, you got Ben Johnson taking his shirt off, they yelling and acting all crazy. That's just how I look at it. So for me, with Robert Saleh, if he does nothing else, I think he's going to change the attitude and get some players that normally wouldn't come here to come to Tennessee. That's what I think.
I'm glad you went that route because you basically set up where I'm going, and I appreciate that. So I'm not gonna say that he's gonna give them something that Mike Vrabel couldn't because I think Mike Vrabel was giving what he needed to give. It's just that people lost a little patience on things that wasn't necessarily Mike Vrabel's fault. Robert
Hmm.
Salah, just like Mike Vrabel, he's a player's coach. People in the locker room is gonna love him. He's gonna go to bat for him. He's gonna do whatever he needs to do to get his players in position to win. Now he did have the Jets team, and people sit there and talk about oh, you see the job that he did with the Jets. No, motherfucker, did you see the job that he did with the Jets? Because let me hold on, let me look at it. He went 20 and 36 with the Jets, who, like the Titans over the past few years, have had terrible ownership,
Hmm.
terrible management, but he went 20 and 36 with Zach Wilson, Mike White, Joe Flacco for a few games, and Aaron Rodgers for half a season as his quarterback.
And Aaron Rodgers, don't forget, he tore his Achilles 4 plays into the season when they first got him.
Yeah,
But one thing about Robert Saleh, regardless of how you feel about him at the Jets, That defense never quit. That defense kept them in games. Matter of fact, they beat us. I believe it was in Philly. They came and they beat Philly because of that defense. That defense never quit on him. And you hear people like Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw and former players that played under him at the 49ers talk about how they're going to miss him, how much of a great coach he is. He can be a great coach. I have no doubt about it. Amy Adams, you got to get your – all you got to do is write the checks and get the hell out the way.
Yep. So
Let the man coach.
So I heard a lot of people talking about I want Mike McDaniel as coach, as the head coach. I understand that. But the answer for me with that was no. Mike McDaniel is going to be a great offense coordinator with any team he's with, and he's now with the Chargers, and we're going to touch on that in a little bit. But I think he's a little too soft to be a head coach. We went and got the toughest motherfucker on the yard that was available. And honestly, the closest thing to Mike Vrabel as far as attitude and the way he handles his team, and now he's our head coach. I think he's gonna be a great fit.
When Hack get to cussing, that means he patching.
I think they got it right for once.
I'm gonna agree with you, but let me play devil's advocate for the sake of the show. You can improve the defense so much, but eventually you need somebody to come in. Eventually, you're going to have to groom one of these quarterbacks. You can't
And
just keep drafting quarterbacks.
and we have to get the offense coordinator hire correct. It has to be somebody with experience, somebody who has been able to develop quarterback, somebody that is able to adjust their schemes to what the quarterback is good at.
So who would you want your offensive coordinator to be?
He just went to the Chargers. I wanted Mike McDaniel as the offense coordinator. I didn't want him as head coach, but I want him as offense coordinator.
Who's
Now,
the Titans defensive coordinator?
we are looking for one. I hate that we're not keeping Denard Wilson. And Denard Wilson did a great job with this defense this past year, but he is going to be somewhere else. His scheme and Robert Salah's schemes are different. Robert Salah
Mhm.
runs more of a 4-3 defense with a few multiple fronts. He doesn't blitz as much. He runs some zone and some disguise coverages to keep his defenses safe. Denard Robinson is more of a 3-4 guy.
The Titans should be better this year. How many games they win this year? 3 or 4.
I think it was 3.
An
Might have
improvement. When you say somebody gonna be better, they immediately think you mean go to the playoffs. It's not what I'm saying.
no.
I'm saying that they may lose, but these losses will be more respectable. They may win 5 or 6 games. It's not gonna be no 40-17 type blowouts. Their whole attitude is gonna change
Hmm.
because they actually have a leader that they can depend on. Now, when you say he's the toughest person, you think he was tougher or tougher than Brian Flores? If Amy
Hey,
Adams called you and said, "Would you rather have Robert Saleh or would you rather have Brian Flores?" Which one would you have picked?
I mean, it's honestly a coin flip for me on either one of them because I love both of them as coaches. But I wanted Robert Salah as the head coach, and I was hoping that they would find a way to bring in Brian Flores as defense coordinator. But
Hmm.
I don't think they're going to do that either because Flores schemes are a little bit different also.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I, everybody commenting in the comment section. For me, 3 of the worst owners in the NFL. Amy Adams is one. Woody Johnson is one. Because of UT, he got to be said. The Haslam in Cleveland is one.
Hey, I'm glad you said that because have you noticed they don't have a coach yet, right?
Yeah, don't nobody want to go there.
Don't nobody want to go there.
Um, and honestly, when you sit back and look at it, Jerry Jones keeps the Cowboys from winning. But at the end of the day, he's kind of the reason that they win. at the same time,
He's
but
not
he
as bad
not
as those
worse.
three.
He ain't as worst as those three. And I give you another one, honorable mention to look out for the Cincinnati Bengals owner. And now that he's opened his mouth, and I think that's our next topic, the Buffalo Bills owner is becoming one of the worst owners in football. I don't know if that's our next.
Ooh.
Uh
No, 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 no. Our next one was the hire of Mike McDaniel at the Chargers.
oh, so Mike McDaniel going to the Chargers, I like it, but you did see that he can still interview for head coaching jobs. If he don't get one,
Yeah,
he'll be the offensive coordinator. So
yeah.
what this does, because we also got to talk, we have to talk in sort of a fantasy realm too. I think this is going to help Justin Herbert tremendously. I really do. I think this is going to help Amarion Hampton tremendously. If
Lad
you're looking for
McConkey.
a running back, yes, I think it's going to help
Lad
Lad
McConkey.
McConkey tremendously. I don't know if Keenan Allen will be back.
If Keenan Allen is back, it's gonna hurt him most because
Yes,
the X receiver in Mike McDaniel's offenses is the odd man out.
Lad McConkey
The tight
is
end
going
in
to
the
be like
slot
that.
are the
Mm-hmm.
guys, and then
Yeah.
the wide receiver is the one that they like to get the ball to and let him get yards out the catch.
Lad McConkey is going to play the Tyreek Hill role. I ain't
Hmm.
saying he's fast like Tyreek. Please don't hear what I'm not saying.
They
I'm
gonna get him
saying
the ball.
they're going to get him the ball in space. That's what I'm trying to say.
There's gonna be a lot of motion to throw off defenses. There's gonna be some zone run that's gonna give Marion Hampton some space to get out there and play.
Yes.
I think this offense is gonna really look good next year.
Yeah. Absolutely. I
I,
really think it's going to help him.
I hate to say it, but I hope Mike McDaniel doesn't get a head coaching job this year just because I want to see what he's gonna do with this offense.
I want him to do something so they don't. I don't mind the Chargers offense in the regular season, but for whatever reason, when they get in the playoffs, they just completely freeze up and suck. I don't know what that's about.
They need to get a good offensive line coach.
Their offensive line was decimated. I will give you that. If you want an excuse, I'll give you that excuse. You lost your best offensive lineman, but New England, they took their bet off and they whooped your ass in the playoffs. That's what
Yeah,
they did.
they did. So
So
yeah. So yeah, I like that. It's gonna be good for Justin Herbert. As long as Mike McDaniel stays. So
yeah.
we'll
This
see
next
though.
thing we're going to talk about is why Dallas don't win. Go ahead.
You know, they just hired Christian Parker as a defense coordinator. I'm with me the jury's still out there.
No, not for me. You hired, you are the Cowboys, and your defense was also historically bad. You went out and hired a passing game coordinator and a secondary coach to be your defensive coordinator. You didn't try to get Brian Flores. You didn't wait till the playoffs was over and try to call Denver and see if Vance Joseph would be available. You didn't try to get Jonathan Gannon. You went out and got Christian Parker to be your defensive coordinator against a team in your division. How does that help?
I mean, he couldn't afford a guy like Big Fangio, so he had to go get a Timu version, or should I say, a byproduct of Fangio's defensive schemes, and hire him for a little bit less money.
Oh, he was a secondary coach and a passing game
Yeah,
coordinator.
yeah.
What was the number one problem for the Cowboys defense? They run defense is what killed them. How is he gonna help that if he don't know how to stop it?
I mean, who's to say that he doesn't know how to stop it? He just had a certain role with the Eagles, so
Do you think that he know how to stop it?
I don't know. I
Yes, you
mean,
do.
I don't know. I mean, the inner circles of the NFL say he loves to stay in the film room, so he might be in there learning something. I don't know. The jury's out there.
This was a terrible hire.
Hey man,
That last comment is everything that need to be said. It was a horrible hire.
I mean,
You fired Matt Eberflus, which you should have never hired him in
you
the
should
first
have
place.
never hired.
You should have never hired him in the first place.
Never hired.
If you Jerry Jones and you come out and you talk about your mortality and how you know you don't have much longer to live, and the one thing you want to do is not going to happen. You want to die as the owner with the most Super Bowls. Go all out, bro. Spend whatever money that you need to spend. Go balls to the walls and do whatever you can to get this Dallas Cowboy team back to prominence. Don't let it be because you took a shortcut. Let it be because they didn't perform on the field, but you did everything that you can do. So when you do get in front of these cameras, you can talk your shit. I don't think you did that on that. We can go on to the next subject after that. And more power to him. I hope he do well, but you got to rebuild that defense for it to even start to be good. And you traded your best defensive player to the Packers.
Hey, I mean, we are not on no time limit for this show tonight. Um, it's just a prime time show. We here speaking our mind and having fun, but don't make the discussion on this an hour long because I know it's gonna be something that you passionate about.
No, short and it ain't gonna take me long. I already got it.
All right.
So the
Why does
next
no
topic,
why in the hell does nobody want the offense coordinator job for the Eagles?
because it's a horrible job. Everything about it that's good has a question mark behind it. Everything. It's nothing on this. It's nothing within the Eagle offense that has an exclamation point behind it. Our offensive line is Lane Johnson, our best lineman, about to retire. Is AJ Brown coming back? Is Jalen Hurts good enough to play and understand exotic offenses? Because that's what rules the NFL now. Is Nick Sirianni on the hot seat? It's too many questions. And then on top of all those questions, Saquon Barkley's getting older. Will he be able to hold up next season if the offensive line takes a step back? Will the offensive line be healthier than they were this year? Do we need to go get Mekhi Becton back? It's too much. It's it's sensory overload on the offense of that side, on that side of the ball. And then I'm almost sure AJ Brown leaves either this season or next season because you got too many defensive players that you gotta pay. You gotta pay. You can't let you can't let Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Quinyon Mitchell, Dean, Zach Bond. You can't let all of them go. N'Kobe
Well,
Dean probably
y-
leave.
yeah, Nakobe Dean's gone this year. But some of those other folks, they'll end up getting traded. They'll end up getting traded for some draft capital.
Yeah, I don't know if Jordan Davis stays. I hope he does. But with the season that he had this year, he gonna want a bag.
Hmm.
He gonna want a bag. One thing that you can't do, you got two shutdown corners on our team that made the Pro Bowl. If they both didn't make All Pro, I know they both made the Pro Bowl, but I think they was both All Pro. Uh, you got to keep.
Hey, stop being a fan. I'm not saying stop being a fan of the Steelers. Stop being a fan and wanting every damn thing.
AJ to the Steelers to help out DK. Would it? Let me ask you something. What's the difference between AJ Brown and DK Metcalf? They was on the same team in Ole Miss.
Yep.
What's the difference between AJ Brown and DK Metcalf? They
One's
they
one's
they pretty
taller.
much do the same shit.
They do. One's
And
taller.
and, and in the playoffs, can't neither one of them catch. So why would you want it? You know who you need if you got DK Metcalf age? You really want to help out your team? Go get Alec Pierce from the Colts.
And he's a free agent.
He's a free agent. Go get Alec Pierce from the Colts.
And
If
you can
you
probably get him at a good price.
you can exactly, you can get him at a good price. You don't always need a big name. Sometimes you just need good play. Just like AJ Brown to the 49ers. I don't think y'all need AJ Brown. Now you made this shit because Kittle's gonna be out. He tore his Achilles. That's gonna kill y'all. That's gonna kill y'all. If I had AJ Brown going anywhere, my perfect place for AJ Brown would be to the Ravens for me. Or the Bills. Since everybody keep making the excuse that Josh Allen didn't have no players. But anyway,
So
I almost
so
knocked my table over. But
so when I seen that question in the notes of you want to discuss that, I went and did some digging myself.
mhm,
And I came up with a few reasons of why nobody wants that damn job.
talk to me.
One reason is you don't really get to run that offense. I mean,
Well,
It's Nick Sirianni's offense. If you're an up and
from
coming play caller, you don't want that job because
from what he was told, the GM and Nick Sirianni at the press conference, whoever gets the job will have complete control of the offense. Nick Sirianni won't have no say. This is why I keep telling people. People keep thinking them every time I come on here and I tell y'all it's somebody on the hot seat and y'all call me crazy. I done did this shit twice now. I told y'all ass that James Franklin was on the hot seat, and I told you ass that Sean McDermott might get fired if they don't win no damn playoff game. I'm not just a pretty face, damn it. I know what the hell I'm talking about now. Look, listen to me now. The last time Nick Sirianni hired his coordinators, it was Brian Johnson and I think it was the shy guy. They both got fired. They stripped him of the privileges of hiring his next coach. You know who they got? Vic Fangio and Kellen Moore. They won a damn Super Bowl. That was not a Sirianni pick. He didn't want to fire Kevin for too low. He didn't want to take over the play calling. They sucked. They was out in the first round.
so that you just touched on another reason that I had in my list.
What's that?
The last offensive coordinators got blamed fast. Shane Steichen leaves, the offense dips. Brian Johnson, he became a scapegoat. Patulo, he's gone now.
The problem with Brian Johnson was he legit. A lot of people they just not ready. You try to hire within, you think they know the offense. Brian Johnson and Kevin Patullo came from within. It just didn't work. It didn't work. Dave asked Jeff Stoutland, the offensive line coach for the Eagles, to be the OC so many times. He's turned it down. He don't want to do it. He's great at what he does. Who do you want for offensive coordinator, Mike? Uh,
He just got hired somewhere else.
At first, I did want Mike McDaniel, but I don't know if I would want it. I really, honestly, Abe, I don't know. At first, I was thinking Cliff Kingsbury, but if he comes in and he does a good job, he's gonna be gone. So at this point, I need somebody young that's willing to stay there at least 3 years. Give me
So
3 years.
so this plays into another reason nobody wants that job. And this is not a knock on the player, but Jalen Hurts, he limits what coordinators can showcase.
I had an argument about that earlier.
I mean,
I've seen him do it all before,
yeah, but
but
with him,
he's to the point now. It's overload.
it's RPO heavy. It's deep shots off play action, and it's limited middle of the field progression reads.
If he can't do that, they need to trade him. I've seen him do it. Now let me say this: I seen him do it when they had Shane Steichen, and that offense was unstoppable when they went to the first Super Bowl. Shane Steichen leaves, it's like he forget everything. And another thing that I think people forget about Jalen Hurts that really hurt him, he lost Jason Kelsey.
Yeah,
He lost
but
a Hall of Fame center that was actually in control of the play calling at the line of scrimmage. Now that comes to Jalen. That's Jalen's job now. So Jalen goes up there and simplifies everything for Jalen, and it minimizes the offense.
So those three things that I just mentioned. When Shane
Hmm.
Steichen was the offense coordinator, he utilized all of that.
I got another thing. He stopped running. You got to get you somebody in there that understand. This is why I say Buffalo, Baltimore, Philadelphia. They're great jobs, but they come with some high expectations. We just won the Super Bowl. Like we just literally won the. They ain't even gave the Super Bowl trophy out to the next team yet. We just won the Super Bowl. They want you to come in here as offensive coordinator and be the savior. That's a lot of pressure, man.
So you've already touched on this next point that I had, but like you said, you want somebody to come in there and stay 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 years, and work with
Hmm.
that offense.
That's a good question, Abe. Go ahead.
Nobody knows that if they come in here this year, even if they do a somewhat good job, they don't know if they're going to be there the next couple of years because the head coach's job, he don't know if he's
Exactly.
going to be there.
Exactly. That's why I wouldn't come.
If you're going to be an offensive coordinator and that's your thing, and you don't want to be a head coach, you at least want head coach stability.
Exactly. That's why I said if I'm offensive coordinator, I ain't coming.
Yeah.
I like this question that Abe asked. Is do I think offensive coordinators are trying to limit Hurts? No. As much as we don't like what AJ Brown did this year, he told the truth. He just did it in a bad way. He told us early in the season that eventually we gonna start playing good teams, and eventually we gonna run into problems, and our offense ain't no good. He told us that. He was dead on bullseye from 100 yards away. He did not miss. It was how he did it. This offense, with all the bullshit that was going on off the field, you could see it coming from a mile away. And I kept telling people that, and people kept saying I'm not a real fan. I'm negative. You know what your team's supposed to look like, bad or good. You know what they're supposed to look like. If you write down the Eagles roster on paper, we should go 17-0. We got the best roster in the NFL. Period. I don't give a damn who you tell me. Period. We don't have no weakness on either side of the ball. We got an All Pro or Pro Bowl on every side. Every side, offense and defense.
I'm gonna keep my answer to that question short and sweet. I don't think that offensive coordinators are trying to limit what Jalen Hurts can do. They're just not taking advantage of the things that he is strong at doing.
Yeah, that's it. And with add that in with all the other question marks that we got, it's just not a desirable job. And we didn't even mention
The
you got to
media.
deal with that Philadelphia media, bro.
Hey, that was my other point. God, boy, there we go.
That Philadelphia media will tear your ass apart.
Yeah, yeah.
And add on a sprinkle of the Philadelphia fans with that. Nah, bro. I tell you what, week one, if Philadelphia go 3-0 on their first series, guess who's gonna get booed? I'm
Offensive
telling you,
coordinator.
man, that when I say I don't know who I want this offensive coordinator to be, at this point, Nick Sirianni may just need to call the plays and go down with the ship.
Yeah, that looked like it's about to be where it's headed.
Now they did interview Declan Doyle. They interviewed. You remember old Bobby Slowick? We done brought his name up a couple of times.
Oh
They
my!
interviewed him. They ain't gave it to nobody. So at this point, I would just keep interviewing people and just see where it go. That's all you can do.
All right, one more thing before we get into these games.
Oh my goodness.
Today, Philip Rivers interviewed for the head coaching job for the Buffalo Bills.
Hold on. Are you happy or mad about it? Because I'm either finna make you pissed off or happier. Because I'm finna tell you what I seen before the show started.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say that I'm happy or mad. I like the approach for the simple fact that I know that they wasn't planning on hiring him. They're probably not gonna hire him, but but I don't even want to know why you holding your fingers up like that.
Right before we started, on my way home, I told you I follow a beat right, at least one beat writer.
Hmm.
If y'all got Twitter or Facebook or any social media and you really an NFL fan, follow one person from each team that's a reliable source, like a beat writer, journalist, or something like that, to get in the locker room. He has a better chance of getting the job than people think. Right now, he is one of the favorites to get that Bills job. Go ahead.
So
That's all I'm gonna say.
so I wrote down a few points of why I thought that they were doing this interview. One, it gives them a quarterback first lens, not a coaching resume. Philip Rivers has played quarterback in this league at a high level for a long time. Um, if for some reason he did get hired, it would be to come in and get the most out of Josh Allen. I can understand that point. I still don't think it's going to happen. Leadership and locker room command. I mean, he's been the leader in locker rooms for years. People follow him. He keeps them fired up. Um, External validation and blind spot hunting. They just want an outside view of coaching styles that would work well for Josh Allen, things that they should do to maximize his potential while they still have him in his prime. That's all I think it is.
How much more maximizing can they do?
Their biggest problem is they should have fired Brandon Bean too. The one
They
that
ain't
they just
even know two. They should have fired Brandon Bean and kept Sean McDermott. If you've been, I'm sure you've been watching them because we got to get into these two games. I know they've been lying on each other and to each other. The owner came out. The shit they said about Keon Coleman was some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. He said Brandon Bean didn't. Pretty much, he said Brandon Bean wasn't the one that drafted Keon Coleman. It was the coaching staff. Now they got all this insider video of Brandon Bean bragging about wanting Keon Coleman and his size and his speed and his catching ability. You're lying. You made a bad decision, and now you realize that you made a bad decision and you're trying to backtrack. If you're trying to get Josh Allen to win a Super Bowl, I would advise you to go out and get somebody that got some Super Bowl caliber experience. I like Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers got 12 children. So if it's got anything with winning a Super Bowl or pulling out, Philip Rivers ain't the guy that you want to do any
he is
coaching
not
job.
he is not pulling out for nothing. He gonna
It,
shoot up the
it,
club.
it just ain't. I'm sorry, it's not.
Um,
Once again, I bring up the name. Y'all gonna get tired of me bringing up this name. Why is Brian Flores not getting these opportunities?
hey, you know why he's not getting an opportunity in Buffalo?
Why?
Because he's black.
I didn't want to say it. I'm glad you said it. I didn't
Okay,
want to say it. I
okay.
really didn't.
So
And I hope that's not why.
so no, when we get off this show, I want you to look into it. I'm about to tell you something. There was a lawsuit in 2023. I forgot it was either newspaper or television editor had a lawsuit because he heard the owner of the Bills say about the that if the black players don't like so and so they can go back to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had to settle a lawsuit because of that.
Yeah,
Back when they were doing the standing up for social justice and all that.
yeah. When
Yeah,
they was
yeah,
kneeling. Yeah,
yeah.
I got it.
He'll excuse my language, people, but he don't want no nigga leading his team.
I got it. I got it 100%.
And
That
you know I love my white people. So to hear it come from me, I feel some type of way about it.
it's a sad world, man. It's a sad world. It just is.
Yeah.
You ain't never won shit. Maybe you should try it. What is it gonna hurt you? We can go to the games now.
Oh, we got games. We got games this weekend.
We got two of them.
Oh shit, we got two games. Game number one: Patriots versus the Broncos. Broncos are without their franchise quarterback Bo Nix because he broke his ankle.
It ain't much to these games, honestly. I mean, we done seen them play 18 or 19 games. If Jared Stidham play well and New England can't get to him and he can spread the ball around, Sean Payton gonna have some kind of plan for him. If he can do what he got to do, don't turn the ball over, the Broncos got a shot. If the Patriots can speed them up and do how they did C.J. Stroud, the Patriots gonna win this game. I think it's gonna be low scoring. You talking about two really good defenses. Uh, Drake May can't make them turnovers and mistakes uh, again. He can't do that. Drake May didn't have a good game last week.
He
He
did.
didn't. But he
So
made the plays that he needed to make for them to win. That throw he threw to Hunter Henry for that touchdown, that was an absolute dart. Perfect pass. I I'm not going against New England to win it to lose this game. I'm not doing that.
I've got a few keys that I pinpointed for this game. So when the Patriots offense is going against the Broncos defense, you got Drake May, who has been steady and efficient all season. He had 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and he's shown some elite decision making as a young quarterback. He's actually playing better than I thought he would be playing at this point in his career. I knew he had the potential to be good, but he's really starting to show it. Uh, New England is balanced. Trevion Henderson, um, he's going to keep moving the chains. And then
Yeah,
Denver's defense is solid at home, but they struggle containing quarterbacks who can extend plays with their legs. And Drake May does that well.
absolutely.
Now, when you have the Broncos offense versus Patriots defense, the Broncos offense is going to be running through Cortland Sutton. He is their number one option right now because you don't have Bo Nix who's going to be spreading the ball around like he would normally do. Jared Stidham, who hadn't thrown a pass in the game in over 2 years, he will focus on his number one option and force feed him the ball as much as possible. Um,
You
New
think
England,
so?
I think he will. Yeah,
I
uh,
think it's gonna be Franklin.
might be possible. New
Actually, with Sean Payton, I think he gonna throw it to everybody. I really do.
it's
I haven't seen it. Is Pat Bryant out? The dude, because he was once Pat Bryant
I don't
went
know.
out, their offense kind of
You
struggled.
usually look at the injury report and tell me.
Well, I knew he was concussed. They ain't said nothing about him. I guess he ain't important enough, but I think Sean Payton gonna have something for him. I think R.J. Harvey's gonna get involved in the passing game. I think he's just gonna throw the ball around. Let's just go see what happens.
Now the Patriots defense they force turnovers, so Jared Stidham's going to have to protect that ball.
They're
Um,
gonna, they gonna speed his ass up.
and I'm glad you feel that they're going to spread the ball around, which I hope they do, and I hope Jared Stidham is efficient because I took the bet of him getting over 218 passing yards.
Yeah, he gonna throw the ball. If
I
he
mean,
don't,
they're going
if
to be
New
playing from
England can't
behind. He's
force
got
no
to.
turnovers, if New England can't force no turnovers, they in for a game. They in for a game. You better force some damn turnovers. But I like New England. I want Mike Vrabel. I just like Mike Vrabel. I like Drake May. Um, I want to see if Surtain checks Diggs all game.
Um, hmm, that's a good question. Now do me a favor and don't tell Reggie Shy I said this because I don't want to hear it over and over again that I ever said this, okay?
And you better not say it because he listening to you right now.
I hope the Patriots go to the Super Bowl and win.
I think they're gonna go, but I don't know if they can beat the
I don't
Rams
I don't know if they're
or the
going
Seahawks.
I don't know if they're gonna win, but I have a feeling they're gonna go and I want that to happen for the simple fact that people try to throw Mike Vrabel out the window like he was the bad guy, like he was the problem. He has went in, turned this team around in year one, has them on the right track. And if you look at any of the video footage that isn't the main stuff on ESPN, this team love that guy.
Yeah. No, Surtain, Butte ain't even worth Surtain time, shot. That no. There's only one player that's
Stephon
actually
Diggs.
New England got two people that's worthy of Surtain checking them. That's Hunter Henry and Diggs. Butte ain't Butte gonna get it at Riley Moss. That let me give you another key to a game too. Man, we can move on. Riley Moss got to stop with all these goddamn pass interference penalties. Got to stop that. He has got to stop with all these pass interference penalties. Nick Bonito he's gonna cause a play in this game. I think it's gonna force a turnover. I don't think New England gonna blow them out. Denver got arguably the best defense in the NFL. It's not finna. I can't see them getting blown out unless Stidham go out there and absolutely just lay an egg. I can't see it. That's just me. I can see New England winning. I don't think they finna just go in Denver and just whoop them like that, man. If that happens, then
Well, right now the spread is 4.5. It was 5.5 at a time.
that's
So
fine.
so
I can see that.
so that means with the spread getting a little smaller, there's been some big money going in on the Denver side.
Yeah, I ain't picking no winner. If I did, I would pick New England.
I like the under 42.5, going under on the 42.5, and I like the Patriots by 4.5.
The advantage Denver has, if they have any, it's kind of like when Philadelphia had Nick Foles. It's easy to watch tape and make adjustments to a starting quarterback because he has tendencies. You ain't seen this quarterback in 2 years. You don't know what the hell he gonna come out there and do. You
I,
don't.
th- I think it's going to be about a 24-17 game, and people who took the under going to be sweating late.
Same. I'm 21-17 New England.
I like it. Now, I ain't got a whole lot to say about this next game, but it's going to be a real good game. It's going to be a hell of a game. The Rams versus Seahawks. You got
Seahawks took a blow.
they they did, but you got two offenses that are starting to click right now.
The problem with it, the Rams is Sam Darnold's kryptonite. He awful. He is awful against the Rams. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. I
How many
can't say it enough.
how many yards did Matthew Stafford have last time they met?
I think four something. Or he was on his way to four something. It
N- now to do that against one of the best defenses in the league, if you can even come close to that this game, you won it.
I keep telling people Matthew Stafford is a killer. I don't know why y'all not listening to me, man.
Hey
This
man,
dude is a killer, bro.
I heard
He
you
can
when you
make
said
every
it.
throw.
I heard you when you said it in preseason.
I said the Rams and the Ravens was going to the Super Bowl.
Yep,
Now I was wrong on one. I ain't getting off his ship.
yep. I
Matthew
heard.
Stafford, that's MVP. He had a hell of a season. I ain't going against him now. But that
I,
Seattle defense, Lord have mercy.
I heard everything you said when we were talking about the fantasy football rankings when I ranked him a little lower because I was worried about his back problems. You had him a little higher than I had him, and here he is doing what you said he was gonna do.
Buddy,
and
he
then,
different.
and then Puka, he on another level right now. You you
We was gonna
probably
play a game. I'm finna cut you off because I'm finna put you on the spot.
all right.
We run out of time. We over hour. We was gonna play a game called Either or.
We ain't got no time.
Well, we gotta go game. I was gonna ask you a question. It was an either or, y'all. We're gonna do more segments like this too. Who would you rather, if you were a GM and you had to have one receiver, would you rather have Puka or Jamar Chase?
Right now, this minute, or at the beginning of the season?
You got the number one pick in the draft. You got, let's say you got the number one and the number two pick in the draft. You can have whatever quarterback you want. But the top two, 1A, 1B, wide receiver, you can either have Puka or you can have Jamar Chase. Which one you want?
If you had to ask me this question at the beginning of the season, it
You would
was
have said
Jamar
Chase.
Chase by a mile. Seeing what Puka has done,
It makes
hell,
you think, don't it?
I'll take Puka or JSN over Jamar Chase right now.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. I'm gonna replay this when we do our wide receiver top 10 for fantasy.
Hey, JSN is on another level right now. You might have 1A, 1B, 1C right now.
I think I would still take Chase. If
Okay,
Burrow was healthy all season, I would still take Chase. The
okay.
difference is Puka attacks the ball. Like he's gonna go get the ball no matter what. It don't give a damn what the hell going on. Puka attacks the ball. Jamar Chase, you just can't cover him. That's the difference. They can both get 200 yards receiving and do it two different ways. And JSN, he's kind of more Jamar Chase. He just smooth as hell. It's just a smooth. He's just a smooth ass dude. He kind of like Auburn Ra, but he just a quiet killer, bro. Like you just can't stop him. I think Puka may be a year or so younger. Shy. It ain't much, but all of them in their prime. Fantasy football is gonna be excellent next year.
Yep, yep.
We got a whole lot of shit in store for that. I know a lot of people too have asked me about because they do dynasty leagues and keeper leagues. If we got any advice for them, but we'll eventually get there. But with that being said, all in man, Seattle defense is unbelievable.
Hmm.
With Leonard Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence, and those people and those guys over there, I just think Matthew Stafford know this may be his last chance at a ring.
I do know Seattle has a game on Sunday, but they just scored on the 49ers again.
By the way, they beat the 49ers. I'm so glad that the 49ers beat the Eagles because I couldn't have took that ass whooping.
Ooh, Lord.
That was bad. But I will say this: them losing Zach Charbonnet is gonna hurt them. But this is a chance for Kenneth Walker to prove that he can be a 3-down back, and he gonna get his bag.
Dude, if he repeats what he did after Zach Charbonnet went down last week,
Mm-hmm.
give him a bag because he
You're
gonna
gonna have to
want it.
give him a bag,
Yep.
and the bag may not be from Seattle.
It may not because he's a free agent at the end of the year.
Yep, Kansas City, if you listen.
Hey man, chill out. They don't need. They don't need nothing. They don't need nothing. They don't need
They
nothing.
don't. But I'm telling you what's finna happen. Mahomes just tore his ACL doing all that damn running. I can guarantee you Kansas City finna get them a running back. It might be Brees Hall. It might be Kenneth Walker. They finna get a running back.
It's
You
gonna be.
guarantee that?
It's gonna be Tony Pollard because Borgonzi's gonna throw them a bone and trade him to Kansas City because
That'll work too.
he might not fit what the next offensive coordinator is planning on doing.
Yeah.
He's under contract.
Yeah. They finna get it back. That shit ain't gonna happen again. I can promise you that. That's not happening. Mm-mm. Mahomes, he tore his ACL and his PCL. So that's gonna keep him out longer. He wanna come back week 1. I don't know if he gonna be able to do it. And for the Rams, and we can end the show on this. You cannot kick the ball and let Rashid Shaheed get that crowd into the game.
No, no.
If that
cannot.
happens, checkmate.
If you win the toss, you do not kick first. You go ahead and receive.
Yes. He is dangerous. He is
Ooh,
dangerous.
it.
Abe, why y'all? That's who Pittsburgh could have used. You need
Yeah.
somebody that can stretch the field with DK.
Or
But
even somebody like Olave.
Olave is good. I love Olave on Pittsburgh. But now Pittsburgh problem is they ain't got no head coach and no damn quarterback.
Mm. Well, Justin Fields might come back.
They should have never traded him.
Uh,
Now I did see Pittsburgh, they trying to interview Mike McCarthy, and I think that's a ploy to get Aaron Rodgers to come back. But I think Aaron Rodgers is done.
yeah, he should be. He needs to go and sail off into the sunset. Um, they need to focus on drafting a young quarterback and just building.
Yes, it's time. It's time. It's
The
just
only
time.
problem, the only problem is that's limited with the quarterbacks in this draft. You know what? I can see somebody like Garrett Nussmeier going in like the second, third round and being a good quarterback there.
Play Will Howard. He won a national
He
championship.
won a national championship. See what you got. See
See,
what you get.
let's
See
go
what you
see what
got for a
you got.
year. See what you got for a year. If he's not going to work as your starting quarterback over the next few years, and he does bad, that means your record's bad. You're gonna have a great draft class coming out
Yeah,
next year. So
why not?
yeah,
See what you got. And before we get out of here, man, the weather's gonna be bad this weekend. Y'all stay warm and stay safe. Don't try to go be a hero and get your ass stuck somewhere.
if you get
Uh,
stuck, give me a call
yeah,
because
Hack got a Jeep.
I'm gonna be out in
Hack got a Jeep. Our next show, he gonna be sitting live in a ditch with a headset on.
it.
try, try
Man,
to
I am not fooling with you. Oh,
get in all seriousness, man. Stay warm, stay safe. If you want to get out and have fun with your kids, with your family, or whatever. Enjoy the weather. We don't get this kind of weather. Uh, if the power go out, if you have a generator, if not, once again, call somebody or just do something. Do whatever you got to do to stay warm and stay safe.
if the power don't go out and we are stuck in, we might throw together a little show just to kick with y'all, have a little fun, and just talk sports.
Yeah, yeah. Just get on here, shoot the shit. We may even invite y'all, let y'all be on the show for a minute. Before we get out of here, I'm giving y'all my gamer tag. I'm a gamer. It is Glock Holiday 83. Space between Glock and Holiday. No space between Holiday and 83. I play Call of Duty. I play Madden. That's pretty much all I play. I play MLB The Show too.
Man. It's T Magic 615 on everything for me. If that don't pop up, do T dash Magic 615 and you gonna find me.
Huge gamers. That's why I call him Hack.
He swear I hack. I don't hack. I just be figuring out stuff. But anyway, we appreciate y'all. We will see y'all on the next show, whether it is tomorrow, the next day, or next week. But
And the Express. Can we get a promotional deal, please?
hey man,
We're
you
putting
over
good shit out. People
you,
actually like our show.
you over there eating chow mein.
I don't know what this is I'm eating.
Um, I hate that they don't have lo mein, but they chow mein is good.
It is good.
It ain't no King Market though.
Thank you on out, Hack.
All right, appreciate y'all. We out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Magic bets in the cut, got the game on lock. Flipping dimes, calling shots, every move non-stop. Silver fan, probably said playing odds like dice. In the trap, out betting lines, making racks.